Hey, folks. Andy's still sick. We'll give this one a run. I don't think this is a game here. You know, for one, you can only play it one player. For two, yeah, I'm super into this game all my life. It's actually sort of a Christmas tradition. I, like all traditions, they just kind of start how they start. Um, I would go to my grandparents' place up in Live Oak, California, and they would, not unkindly, but they're like, oh, you could stay in this like sewing room that was like attached to the house. It was inside. It wasn't like outside, but it's pretty cold up in Live Oak. So I'm out there with like a space heater and a Nintendo and a little like 15-inch TV, and I knew the code. 007373593. And that takes you straight to Mike Tyson. I'm not actually going to do I'm just going to play through the game real quick. I'm going to use some save states so that we're not here all night. For the most part, though, I can just kind of rampage through this game, even on the emulator and everything. See, 1987, I said in another stream, like, 87, I was like one of the only kids I knew that could beat Punch-Out. One of the reasons I was like quiet when it started up is it has that cool intro. It's playing that little theme, and it's like Mike Tyson's awaiting your challenge, and there was like a period of time where people didn't even get to Mike Tyson. This game progresses. It's crazy. The knowledge that's out there on this game to this day, now, after years, 20 plus years, the game is well mapped. You're not going to see record times from me, but we did things like a certain way. Like, we did like we would punch him in the stomach to make sure his hands were like up, and that's definitely not the fastest way. If you get that frame right, and I think I did, then that's it. Yeah, that should be it. As far as I know, that should be a 10 count for him. I loved the drama on the 5s and 9s. You could get these like, I'm trying to get up, oh, and I fell down. So believe it or not, that's not even the fastest you can beat him. Like, even though that's like the right frame to like knock him down and get a 10 count, like, people learn how to beat him faster than that. And man, when I was in middle school, nothing was funnier than Von Kaiser making his ham 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 sound effects when you punch him with a star. There's like a formula to this. I just kind of do this until I get him to open up. Eventually, this will give me a star. Boom, down. I never even thought about it as a kid. I thought like, oh, you knock him down fast, he'll get up on one because he's like, oh, you stupid kid, I'm gonna make you pay, But there's actual proper rules to it, and people have like mapped it out, and it makes like sense. I did something weird there that he didn't get up on a 1, but it just means like when they get up with like low life like that, it means they're ready to be knocked out. You could actually get a 10 count, but of course the game has a 3 knockdown rule. Which when we get to like Great Tiger, it turns out like it doesn't like work out perfectly. Gotta get that timing right so the music lines up. I always hated it, like if you had an advantage and you turned on the like turbo start button, it made the music like overlap a little bit, and I was like, is that good or bad? So amongst my friends, and this is just common knowledge with people who like speedrun this game and like beat the crap out of it, you press up and then you punch him in the stomach. And that, I actually could have punched him 3 times. I got distracted. Ooh. Oh, look at me. I'm a mess. Come on. There we go. These, I forgot. No, you gotta do it the other way around. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, see, I've been fighting Mike Tyson's. That's like the old curse. You're too fast for the lower ranked people. This is actually like a terrible run at a guy that Like literally, if I hit save state load, I would be on the ball and I would have like a million uppercuts. So you make them block up. Give me this. Boom, boom, Shirak. Boom, boom, Shirak. Boom, boom, Shirak. And then you make him block up again. Like, you just uppercut the living shit out of this guy. And it was like a thing like, people knew it. I knew it. I show my friends and they're like, oh, I don't know how to do it. And the counter punching was a thing. Ooh, look at that. He still has his guard up. You get these big damaging punches and... Oh! A little bit out. Alright, TKO, fine. It's fine. No big deal. We're not here to show people how to destroy the world. The thing about Punch-Out games that eventually kind of gets to me is like... the enemies come out... Oh, let's see this sweet pink. Yeah. That sweatsuit. The enemies come out, and the first time you're fighting them, you're mostly reactionary. You're learning their tells. They're sticking their arm out, winking their eye, swinging the punch, and you dodge it. You do what you got to do to avoid it, and then you hit them back. And I really like that gameplay. And it wasn't until years later that I started thinking, like, I like that gameplay, and I wouldn't want them to remove like all the counter punches and weird stuff in the game. But sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know how to say it. There's actually like a way to kill this guy super fast. It's like punch, dodge, dodge again, punch in the face, and you get a star. You know, punch, dodge. That was almost it. Oh God, what have I done? Alright, we'll get back there real quick, guys. Oh my God. Why didn't I save one there? You see all my weird, like, inconsistent... Like, now he's not doing the duck thing, you know? Alright. A little bit faster. Well, maybe we'll beat, Here, I'll make sure I save it. I always want to uppercut him right when he gets up. But, gotta wait for him to do this slow-ass uppercut. I think you could literally dodge it quick and just throw the uppercut. The Big Mac uppercut. Big Mac. Little Mac uppercut. Ham. Alright. We'll save that so we never end up back there. So you punch him in the stomach, and you dodge it, and you dodge again. You do the fast dodge, and then you punch him high, and you get a star. I'm talking about flamenco. See that? The music was like just slightly overlapped. Not as overlapped as it could be. Because I'm trying to do that manually. Man, Punch-Out Arcade. It was like one of those games, like, I never got good at it until a lot later when I had more, like, money to put into it. It's such a cool game, but of course in that there's, like, Piston Hurricane, not Honda. And then in Super Punch-Out, like, Pizza Pasta. Come on. There we go. Then he gets up, punch him in the stomach, get some more stars, knock him down because it's a 1. That's the rules. If they get up on a 1, there you go. And then he wants to do his piston charge. Yeah, I think I messed up a little bit there as he gets up on a 2. Come on. 2. Oh. There we go. There we go. He just wants to throw those punches so bad he just eats like every uppercut. Alright. I wish I had a fast forward set up on here. Anyway, did I finish my story? They used to stick me out in the freezing cold and I'd beat Mike Tyson 4 or 5 times a day. You know, but then as a kid, he starts off with all those one-hit uppercuts that knock you down. And I would just look for the flash, dodge. And you know, you probably reset it like 6-7 times to get through that. Maybe you get knocked down once, twice. Maybe you don't get knocked down. Those were like the golden tries. But I never punched him. And now, like, as an adult, I'm like, why didn't I do that? Like, I was good enough at video games as a kid, but if I had the more, like, if I would think about things the way I do now, why didn't I punch him? You could knock him down in the first round. You could knock him down twice in the first round. There are people who found out ways to beat him entirely in the first round. I always tried to go for 3 knockdowns in the second round. That last round is a nuts. Ah, it's ting shoo shoo. Come here. There, see, you got the star, and then bam, you just knock it down. Not bad. That didn't take a million retries. And then the real fast way is to dodge his uppercut and punch him down again. But I love to do this as a kid, just because it looks silly. Yeah. Then you can beat him in like, I think the clock will say like 11 seconds or something if you get this down just right and you do the dodge. You dodge his like uppercut and knock him down with a star punch, and that's it. I was pretty young, and friends of the family had this game. They had this and a Vectrex. You don't know what a Vectrex was? It's like a unified, all-in-one TV, video game, and controllers. Was like this unit you bought. It was black and white, but with vector graphics, like the Star Wars arcade game, if you know what I'm talking about. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you do a lot more damage if you punch him right when he like opens his mouth. The odds are something like 3 out of 5 that he'll do like the open mouth punch that you can counter, rather than those like clubbing punches that you just can't do anything about. Dodge him, dodge and block him, but you can't counter punch him. This game came out in that era when Nintendo Power would like kind of like spoil games. Like they knew that like King Hippo, the guy I just beat, was going to be a problem because you have to counter punch him, and it's not like a thing. This is how we always did it around these parts, because it removes any and all skill. They knew like people weren't going to be into the counter punches. They were going to be looking for like dodges and then punching afterwards. The way that's what I really like in these games. So of course there's like some Nintendo Power that was like, we got the secret on King Hippo, and that stuff just got around because this game was so popular. So, but man, if you didn't have Nintendo Power, like how did you know? You'd be like, I remember being at the friends of the family's house and being like, how do you beat this Hippo guy? He just won't let me punch him, And I think they knew at their kids. Oh, Nikes! I hit the wrong button. I need some more stars. There we go. Yeah. This guy, he looks just like Von Kaiser. If you didn't notice, he looks like the guy here that goes harm harm harm. He looks like a lot of guys in the game. No, that's not true. But he's one of the only guys you can't get a KO on. KOs are usually like knock him down about 2 times around, because the third one's always a TKO and ends the fight. So you gotta knock him down like twice around. Try not to get hit. The more they hit you, the less chance you have of getting a knockout. And it even works on Mike Tyson. You always get a KO on like you can't TKO. Oh, what am I doing? It's punch punch uppercut, right? This is how I play, even though I'm like kind of lamenting that like it devolves into this weird like counter punch super fast strategy stuff. Womp. Beep. Oh, nah, okay. Not bad. You get him down a lot sooner than that. I'll take it. Never had a problem with the bull charge. Somebody showed me like how to do it, This is such a, you get so many punches off that uppercut. One, two, three. Ooh, that was fast. Wow, you see, this game makes me concentrate in a way that makes me zone out on commentary. So I'm sorry about that. You got to be fast on that one. I think it's very likely. Oh, I recover with that duck. It's like double tap down. I didn't have to fight his bull charge. I will almost certainly have to fight it coming up, so you'll see it then. But I never really had a problem with it as a kid. He went butta down the screen, I punched it. But I started saying in the stream where I solo Super Mario Bros. 2, I was trying to play this with the emulator and recording setup I had then, and my. Yeah, the Mega Man Super Mario Bros. 2, those first 2 streams we did, it's mostly input lag on the controller. I literally couldn't dodge a punch on one of the upcoming opponents. I'm gonna make sure this thing doesn't lag out. So this is gonna like break the stream for a hot second. There it goes. No mouse on the screen? Good. Look at that code. Oh, write it down. Pasanda, he's back. You start noticing how much they like recycle people in this game. Although we will see a body type we haven't seen before coming up. And like, here's I'm gonna do these gut punches. They call them like gutters on like game FAQs and stuff. There we go. So yeah, I do that like duck. All right, screw this. Oh, I got completely miffed up. Well, what did I used to do? Fish out that star. I don't know. I called them like fish. I would like fish for a star, but they call them like gutters and dizzy destroyers and all these cool names. Like literally, people didn't know how to do them in like my circles. Look at that! Look at that! Okay, that's the last time I'm gonna load it. We're just gonna get through this shit. That's like, I dodged and then started doing the high punches that far in advance because it's just the way the setup goes. Little teeny laggy things. But I think the controllers like literally like keep the inputs like stored. Jiminy Christmas. I didn't used to everything. He's gonna do his like thing. 2, 3, 4. Hooray! Sometimes I can time that gut punch when he charges back like that and runs in with those 4 punches. Like, land the stomach punch. That's it. Your fight's over. You beat him. Gotta know to throw that punch. You try to do an uppercut again, it's too much time. He lands his little jab and screws you up. There's much faster ways overall to beat him, but this was like how we did it in these parts. Woo, nice. And it's like a mix of like how you beat him really fast, but also like more like guaranteed style. That you don't have to like time things. There's some. You saw how on Don Flamenco I dodged and I dodged again in order to time a really late punch and get a star. And that's like, I didn't think about that when I was like a kid. Like, oh, I could use the dodge mechanic to time things like perfectly. This is the guy that like when you're playing on an emulator and it's not like up to snuff, it starts getting rough. He's pretty fast. Of course, you just block. Because when you block, he goes like, oh, and you put him down. That's the thing we figured out late in our like Mike Tyson Punch-Out careers as kids. It made us always think like this guy's kind of a like cream puff. Because I mean, you get 2 free knockdowns. The problem is almost all the guys are programmed like, you land enough uppercuts and you have to, the timing starts getting really hard in order to like land them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you might as well. But I cannot land the uppercut here. Oop. See? A jab, a jab, a jab. Oops. See, I've forgotten like how many punches you can get. I'm pretty sure he threw more hooks back in the day. Ah. See, that's oh, I'm an idiot. You know what? It's just faster. There we go. See? More hooks instead of the uppercuts. Oh, is this... I'm realizing it might not, it might be the first knockdown. Yeah, there you go. Oh. Ah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah. I do that really slow dodge. I was the master of... Yeah, see, you get a lot more hits. I would do the quick dodge. There's like two ways to do it. You could dodge out, like you dodge whatever direction you like. This game particularly doesn't seem to care. Some other punch outs, more modern punch outs, that's like you gotta dodge this way or that way. You'll get hit. This one you have a long dodge. You hit dodge. If you hold left down, you dodge. You go like dodge. Shwip. If you pressed left, then press right, he would dodge out and then come back to center real fast. And it just had interesting... Oh. So, that's the punch that if your emulator's screwed up, you can't, like, dodge it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not used to count them out loud as a kid. It's a thing I've developed in my old age. You can dodge fast. Now, as a kid, I dodged fast by tapping the button just long enough to get that, like, oh, see? That's like one of those things right there. I don't know. Like, I tried to dodge it, but I think it's my reaction times. I don't think it's like the emulator. Sometimes if you do that, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, nice. I don't like to try and react and dodge that. Anyway, you can dodge fast. I always thought it was like the speed of your dodge, but I think it's actually like if you dodge the punch really at the last second, like that. See how fast I come back in? I'm surprised no bull charge. Whoa. I was trying to time it out. That's right. I'd like to get a bull charge just so it's on the video. On this screen, Nintendo Power, you press select and see how now Doc's going quick. He's going to give me some life back. It's a random amount of life. I don't know how you control it. Maybe someone knows how after all these years. As kids, it just seemed to be random. Bop. Yeah, see? There we go. Oop. I don't know what has happened. I can't do it with the left. Nah, see, I'm like too late. No, too early. No, too late. It knows. It knows when you're too late. It's like it doesn't let the punch come out, you know? Anyway. I was way more solid on that. I would also do, if he does another one, I'll do it. He could do like a very short bull charge. 1, 2, 3. Ah! This is like almost a waste of time. I would do this Yeah, try and get him back into his like cycle. I believe because this ball bull is operating under a thing where like you need a star to knock him down, otherwise, or counter his bull charge. He doesn't dodge your star punch. That would be, whew. There we go. If he started dodging them after a while, and they were the only way to knock him down, other than the bull charge. I used to do the bull charge with the right-handed punch. This is one of the more interesting fights in the game. It maybe lands on the thing I'm describing where it's like a lot more. It's like this endurance match where he like throws punches and you have to like bait him out. The first Don Flamenco, if you didn't do the trick I did, you could literally punch him high like left, right, left, right. Actually, I'll up. 1, 2, like that. If you alternated your punches. 1, 2, 1, 2. On the first one, it would go on forever. You could literally just punch him until he fell down dead. Dead! Yes. Fell down dead. And then you got banned from boxing for life. And he just throws those hooks until you get your energy back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You just gotta, you know, if he blocks, you throw that punch high and he blocks it up near his face instead of like down near, like he blocks it up. It's like a higher block than the other punch, and then you need to dodge because in comes the uppercut right there. I'm much better now about like realizing when my like hearts are running out, which makes you turn purple and you can't throw punches. People like my hair. Don't mess my hair. His hair, I swear, maybe he gets beat up and it looks like it, but his hair used to look like more of a toupee as a kid. Look at that life. It didn't give me jack shit. Excuse me, folks. See how the clock goes slower as the punches get faster. The clock literally advances based on actions in the ring. It's not a clock. It's it's not going on its own. It's like you threw a punch, so I'm gonna go, or like enemy threw a punch, I'm gonna go, or like neither of you, both of you like idled during your like animations for a while, so I'm gonna go based on that. That's what makes Tyson. He's not as random as he seems, except that your interactions with him start throwing his like clock off. He tries to throw a punch just about every 5 seconds. Come on, block it high. Yeah. Because I don't want to be here just to get purple, get out of my star, get my like energy back, just so I can do that again. Screw that. We see how the fast punches, like, they're so fast that the clock isn't going, you're in the zone or whatever, you know. As a kid, we were pretty much like, had like, kids create these fictions, but it was true. Like, Sandman is harder than, you know, Super Macho Man, the guy after him. I believe he's called Super Macho Man. It's not just like Macho Man. Yeah, I see that. I'm just an old man. Like I flinch. I could block them, but the more hearts you have, the better for what's like coming up. He doesn't do this forever. There we go. So there's like a proper way to do this, which is like you throw a gut punch and then you wait and throw a gut punch. So I'm not doing it because I'm just gonna go with the tried and true method I used as a kid. Oh, here comes the Razor Uppercuts. I was pressing left. Let's see if we can do it again. Yeah, see. The only trick about that is that instead of like giving a tell, his tell is that he like freezes in place. He goes like, ah, he like tenses up, you know. Let's see here now. And you know he's gonna switch to doing the like the Razor Uppercut or whatever you want to call it, because while you're doing this right here, he blocks the high punch instead of dodging it. That's it. That's like how you know that he blocks high. So amazingly enough, yeah, if you just do, I'll try and do one right here. Like you go pow, pow, pow. No. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, no, wrong. And that's one of the other things that's like tough about like trying to do that is if you do it wrong, it gives you counter punch. And you're pretty much not ready for it because you're doing this like delayed punch. You know you did it right because you can only land you land the right to the stomach and then you throw another right. But they both do a lot of damage. Whereas if you eyeball his life bar, it doesn't go down on every punch. I guess I could have done the counter punch, blah blah blah. This is the round. I believe he will. Well, at least at 30 seconds he will. He does like the Razor Uppercut pattern like a lot more. And yeah, see, he's gonna do it. I was kinda ready. I was definitely late though. I threw that high punch, I was like, oh shnikes. Let's see if I can do it. Nope, see, now you won't flash. So you have to do what I did right there, which was just like dodge and like pray. Oh gosh. There we go. I always thought he looked really weird. My buddy Andy was saying like that it literally disturbed him. He was like, it looks fucking gross. To the point where he's like, he made him like the hardest boxer because it made him be like, that dude's sick. What's wrong with him? Now as a kid, I actually got stars out of this motherfucker. Oh man, I pressed it early. I pressed it like, it's coming, you know. Look at this old man shit. Woo. See, the thing is, I think if you yeah, see, there's no tell if you dodge early. I think if you throw just lefts, you get like more punches all around. I probably could have put him down, but I freaked out. I didn't used to freak out. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was a lot more solid on this shit. If he knocks you down, he'll do the Razor Uppercut too. Man, as a kid, I could dodge that uppercut. I see him freeze up, and I dodge. I probably dodge it 9 out of 10. Or like do the thing you saw where I got lucky and dodged it, like by just dodging, like praying, just dodge, dodge, dodge. And I used to play this with a buddy of mine. I think his name was Sean. It might have been John. Wasn't a good friend. We had a code where we beat this guy 99 times. 5, 6, 3, 4. Oop. Oop. He's supposed to do his spin punch right there. That's crazy. He's supposed to, it's like a single spin punch, but I think the clock got fucked up on him. I am not going to save my way through this. Or you actually know when he stops because the clock starts up. But I wasn't one of those kids that could like time that. I just always did an extra dodge. I don't feel like it really affects the fight that much. Oh right. Oh yeah, there he goes. I jinxed him out of it. I I punched him in the gut and stopped it. That's crazy. I believe he's one of the guys. I might be wrong. I know Mike Tyson is like this, and I think he's one of the only other guys like this. If you match the arm that he's punching with, you get better damage. I forgot he was going to do that, and I actually ducked it with that one. That's crazy. Now I'm completely off my rhythm. I'm like, is he gonna do the spin punch? I forget. I always thought he had balls for a chin. Yes, you can have balls for a chin. I can't remember how the second round goes, but I'm just gonna play it out, and then we'll beat him in the first round if I don't beat him this time. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm doing it right. It's like he threw a left, but it's on the right side of the screen, right? Because it's his left is our right. So like he threw a left, so you hit him with a right, and it does more than if you hit him with a left. This is all. This is like very simple little. I was trying to duck. Oh. Too slow. That might be it. And you only get 3? I think you only get 3. Oh. Whoa. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Alright. Knock it off. I think you only get 3 knockdowns in this. Yeah, the 4th is always a like KO. I suppose you get it's like the whole fight is 1 round for Mac in some like weird way. There it goes. Yeah. That sucks. I did it again. Oof, slow. Slow old man. Slow old man not talking, leaving people hanging. Alright. Throw some gut punches. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you did around 8, you could like land the uppercut. So I do the fast dodge by tapping and letting go, and I think it's like actually the way you do it. Like people who talk about like they press the direction and they press the other direction. Oh, excuse me. And I don't think that's really how they like wanted you to do it. I think they wanted you to press it for like a very short amount of time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, I'm using the wrong punch right there. Oop. Let's see, I think, yeah. Oh. I was kind of hoping he'd go into the gut punch mode and I could knock him down with one of those. It looks very silly. We like lost our minds as kids. You do that thing where I'm punching him in the stomach when he's like idling. He falls down very silly. Kind of vibrates and falls over. Or he does like an up and down vibrate if you hit him with like the right gut punch. Those are like those dumb like secrets. Because people were just like, you can hit him in the gut, you know, like they didn't know. If it wasn't in Nintendo Power, then you had to learn it by like finding it yourself or like someone on the playground like tells you. So I use a strategy now on Mike Tyson because I'm too old. I don't want to rely on my like dodge skills. I did a dodge variant one time on Christmas Day this Christmas, and I was like, I wish I could get this more consistent. So I started adding this duck. And then I add this dodge. Oh. Yeah, it's at 44. Oh. I'm actually like timing it on the clock. Dodge. See how the duck just works. And if it doesn't work, then you manually dodge. That I would always leave him with enough juice here instead of knocking him down as a kid. Here, actually, I don't know really why I knocked him down here. It's because I'm gonna cheat the shit out of it with save states. So. You're supposed to match his punches like that thing I was talking about earlier. That was a legit like reaction time, like good job old man shit right there. Yeah, you see, I do the duck. If it ducks a punch, good. If it doesn't, I dodge. It's not 100% because I'm not 100% executing it. But if you're really fast on your shit, it works out. Works out as like a way to like guarantee. You might get knocked down once. Like, and if you get knocked down in 45 seconds, that was always my rule. If I could go about 45 seconds before getting knocked down by those uppercuts, then good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. That's about, man, as a kid, I would do that. There's other ways. You can dodge those little jabs he does until the pattern like works out. Like you can counter punch him. I mean, I don't know if you can counter punch him, but after a while on the clock, he stops throwing those. Oops! God dang it! That's like just sloppy. He stops throwing those quick jabs, and it's like once he stops doing that. Should I load on that? Yeah, on that for sure. Ooh, it's just after the one on the timer. 5, 6. If you do that on the lat, you get 10 punches on him, which is nuts. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my golly. Hey, come on. Now it's not taking inputs on the controller. Ooh, see if you get the just right timing, it actually knocks him down instead of giving you a star. So that's 2 knockdowns. Let's go for a third one in this stream, huh? He will do that blinky shit again at like 2 minutes or whatever. Ah, I was dodging. I'm telling you, folks. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. The hook. Oh, well, it's all the same timing. You usually throw a hook, but I think late in that round does the uppercut. That was how I would do it as a kid most of the time. What you saw there, but with like childlike reflexes, and I fucked up a bunch actually. And you have to put in the code every time. No save state. 0073735963. I can almost put it in as fast as I could say it. It was like because it's like 5 9. The 5 is like for 9. This game has got another world circuit, but it didn't really matter. It was just like a longer version of the world circuit with like more people in it. It didn't matter. I played this game over and over again. Like I said, me and my buddy when you beat Super Macho Man, it gives you a code on that newspaper screen. That's like, oh sweet, I get to continue here. No, it puts you at Super Macho Man again. And you beat Super Macho Man, and then you can fight Mike Tyson. But because of that, you could get win after win until you had 99 wins. So we did that, and we could beat him in one round, and we started getting it down like really fast. I think people can beat him in like under a minute now. And like we were beating him around 2 minutes, and we thought like, wow, look how fast we are, but we didn't know like all the tricks of the modern day. Like they make him expose his stomach, and they punch him in the stomach, and then they punch him in the face, and they get a star out of it, and then they throw the star when he's like about to throw a hook, and he gets hit, and he takes all his damage. And like instead, when we're playing it, like maybe we got a star when we hit him in the gut. We didn't know to hit him in the face. If you hit him with a couple uppercuts, it starts becoming really hard to land them because we didn't think to like throw them with this good timing and land them. But like things we could do, we could dodge the spin punch all day long. You saw, I have no problem with that spin punch. There are people who have like world records in this game who are like, that spin punch is impossible to dodge. And I'm like, I just do it. It's been 20 years. I'm doing it like no problem. On the other hand, it took me what, like half of the tries to punch like the bull charge or to dodge the razor uppercut, which were also things I could dodge. I could do like way higher percentage as a kid. Can't do it now. We'll leave this up here for a second. I started talking in another stream. Uh, our setup, PewNess and Punies, whatever, however they prefer it to be called. OBS 17 just came out. I'm an IT guy in my real life, so I'm not gonna grab that unless there's like a reason for now. This OBS is brilliant for me. I'm recording it in 720 resolution with 60 frames. The emulator's locked to 60. I have VSync on, so there's a little bit of lag I hear from VSync, and you kind of feel it. But what I want is for that lag to be controlled, like instead of like wild swings in case anything's happening. I'll start turning it on and off and playing with it again, especially with Andy's here. He's a lot more. He's more sensitive to it. Not like he's a sensitive dandy, but he's more sensitive to it than I am. I think it's judicious safe loading will get you through, and it won't be that boring. Yeah, but I use those settings in OBS mostly because that's what YouTube asked for. And once I started using those in YouTube, then suddenly, even though I was recording them in 16:9 before, at 60 frames a second, YouTube started being like, oh yeah, this is a high def 60 frames a second stream. So I was like, fine, that's the only place we're streaming it for now. We do have a Twitch account, and we are going to look into it. And we're just getting started, and we're like, if anybody out there is actually watching it, thank you. Hit like and subscribe, right? That's the please like and subscribe and leave a comment. But yeah, we're not advertising, we're not doing anything yet. If people like it, we'll keep doing it. If people don't like it, we'll do it less frequently, but I have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you had fun watching it.